Students, today I'm here to take the class of 6 and 7 of computer science in chapter first. The first chapter in class 6 as well as in 7 is the living in the digital world, and in this chapter we start about the introduction of computer first. Computer or digital technology. Introduction of computer means to introduce ourselves to the digital community. Computer is one of the wonder of modern technology. कम्प्युटर भनेको आश्चर्य हो एउटा अहिलेको आधुनिक प्रविधिको एउटा आश्चर्य हो. It is one of the wonders of modern technology. It is considered as man's greatest invention. Computer is known as man's greatest invention. मानवले सृजना गरेको, मानवले आविष्कार गरेको यो ठूलो आविष्कार हो. मानिसले सृजना गरेको ठूलो आविष्कार हो यो कम्प्युटर. Computer is being used in every sphere of everyday life. Computer को प्रयोग प्राय जसो हरेक क्षेत्रमा गर्न सकिन्छ वा गरिरहेको छ. We see computers everywhere in school, home, office, library, etc., etc. In these fields, computer is widely used. But there are also millions of computers working behind the scene in trade as well as in business. Trade मा पनि business मा पनि अनेकौं किसिमको कम्प्युटर सम्बन्धी कार्यहरू भइरहेको हुन्छ. Computers are spreading further and further into our daily lives. हाम्रो दैनिक जीवनमा यसले आफ्नो ठाउँ ओगटिरहेको छ. Perhaps one day the world will be fully computerized. निकट भविष्यमा हाम्रो विश्व पुरै computerized हुने सम्भावनामा परेको छ. We may never be able to get away from them. कम्प्युटरबाट हामी आफूलाई कहिले पनि टाढा गर्न सक्दैनौं. यही कन्सेप्टमा हामी कम्प्युटरको केही टपिकहरूलाई यहाँ डिस्कस गर्ने छौं. First of all, the definition of computer. Definition of computer. The word computer is derived from the Latin word computere. Computere. This is the Latin word, and computere means to calculate. To calculate. So the word computer is derived from the Latin word computere, and it means the English meaning of computer is to calculate. Computer is an electronic machine. Computer एउटा विद्युतीय शक्तिबाट चल्ने मेसिन हो, एउटा यो उपकरण हो, एउटा यो designed to automatically accept and stores input data. यसले हामीले हालेको डाटालाई स्टोर गर्न सक्छ, manipulate them and produce the output according to our desire. हामीले चाहेको रिजल्ट यसले दिने गर्दछ. And it works in the direction of detailed step by step stored program or instructions. यसमा प्रोग्रामहरु जुन इन्स्ट्रक्ट गरिएको हुन्छ, प्रोग्रामहरुमा जुन इन्स्ट्रक्सन हालिएको हुन्छ, त्यस अनुरूप कुनै पनि कम्प्युटरले कार्य गर्ने गर्छ. A set of illustrations that performs a particular task is known as a program. A set of instructions that performs a particular task, जसले कुनै निश्चित कार्य गर्छ. एक प्रकारको निर्देशनहरुको समूह जसले कुनै निश्चित कार्य गर्छ, त्यसलाई हामी प्रोग्राम भन्छौं. A set of instructions that performs a particular task is called a program. And the instructions in the program direct the computer to perform the input operations, process the data, and output the results. So the main work done by the computer are input. This is the data is inputted by the users, which is processed processing, and this processing is done by CPU. The full form of CPU is Central Processing Unit. And the processed operation is seen as output. This is the main operation performed in the computer. Users input the data which is processed by CPU, and the expected or the required result is seen on the output device like monitor. Now we discuss about some of the terms related with this chapter. I am going to write some terms on the board and I will describe separately. Here the topic is data processing and information. Within this topic, let's start from data. The word data is the plural of datum. This data is the plural form of datum, and datum means a single fact. Datum means single fact. सिंगल तथ्यलाई नै datum भनिन्छ र datum को समूह नै data हो. Single fact भनेर बुझ्नुपर्छ हामीले. Data refers to a collection of numbers, characters or images that are unprocessed. Data means or data refers to a collection of numbers, characters or images that are unprocessed. It is represented with the help of characters like alphabets A to Z. These are the characters. A to Z is written as a data. Similarly, digits from 0 to 9. Similarly, special characters like plus, minus, asterisk, hash. So these all are data refers to a collection of numbers, characters, and digits and characters. It often has little meaning until it is sorted or until we calculate something from it. Therefore, data has to be stored, data has to be sorted, arranged, or processed further to give the user useful information. कुनै पनि डेटाले चाहिँ डेटालाई पहिला सर्ट गरिनुपर्छ, सर्ट भइसकेपछि त्यसलाई अरेन्ज गरिनुपर्छ, अरेन्ज भएपछि त्यसलाई प्रोसेस गर्नुपर्छ, अनि मात्र यसले रिक्वायर्ड रिजल्ट चाहिँ दिन सक्छ हामीलाई. यति छ हामीलाई डाटाको बारेमा बुझ्नु पर्ने. यसैगरी सेकेन्ड टपिक छ हाम्रो प्रोसेसिङ. Processing. So let's see what is processing. Data is often meaningless. प्रायः सो डेटा जुन छ त्यो अर्थ नभएको हुन सक्छ. It cannot solve any problem. डेटाले कुनै प्रब्लम सल्भ गर्ने होइन. The solution can be obtained by organizing and processing the data. डेटालाई प्रोसेसिङ गरेपछि अरेन्ज गरेपछि मात्रै त्यसले कुनै अर्थपूर्ण रिजल्ट दिन सक्छ. Processing is the stage where the data is processed in order to produce meaningful information. Processing is the stage where the data is processed in order to produce the meaningful information. The results obtained from the processing of the data can then used in the next stage called the output. So input, processing, and output. These are the three steps. So processing means the stage where the data is processed in order to produce the meaningful information. The result obtained from processing the data can be used in the next stage called output, or which is seen as the output. That's it about the processing. Now, know about the information little bit. Information. निर्देशन वा सूचना भन्न सक्छौं हामी. Information is the meaningful data. Information is the meaningful data that have been shaped by humans. त्यसलाई मानिसले कुनै आकार वा युजरले कुनै आकार दिएको हुन्छ into a meaningful and useful form. Information is the meaningful data that have been shaped by humans into a meaningful and useful form. यसलाई अर्थपूर्ण र कुनै उपयोगी रूप दिने गर्दछ. Information is the processed data on which decisions and actions are based. Information भनेको एउटा प्रोसेस गरिएको डाटा हो जसले कि केही निर्देशन वा केही डिसिजनहरु केही निर्णय लिन सक्छन्, केही एक्सन्सहरु परफर्म गर्न सक्छन्. Data processing commonly occurs in a stage. Data processing केही चरणमा हुने गर्छन्, one after another गरी. And information from one stage may be considered the raw data of the other state or other stage. एउटा स्टेजमा गरिएको डाटा अर्को स्टेजको लागि कच्चा रूप हुन पनि जान्छ वा पहिलाको डाटाबाट चाहिँ सेकेन्ड स्टेपमा गएर आउटपुट निस्कने गर्दछ. र हामी यसमा यो मेनली तीनटा कुराहरु बुझ्यौं, डेटा प्रोसेसिङ र इन्फर्मेसनको बारेमा. The next topic is the input process output concept. A computer performs four major functions. Computer performs four major functions. They are: the first one is receiving the data. In method 4 works, the receiving the data is the first. This is the first work done by the computer. Second, processing the data. Here we can say data or information. Processing the data or information. This is the second task done by the computer. First one is the receiving the data. Second one is the processing the data according to the instructions. Third one is the storing the information. Third one is the storing the information. This is the third task done by the computer, and the last work is the showing the output or giving the output. Giving the output result according to the data provided by the users. So these are the main four activities or main four tasks done by the computer. First one is the receiving the data. Second one is the processing the data. Third one, storing the information. And the last one is giving the output, the result. The four basic operations of a computer are output, process, storage, and output. In short, you can write input, processing, storage, and output. In simple way, we can memorize the main tasks done by the computer are as input, processing, storage, and output. These are the four main tasks done by the computer, which is known as input, process, output. This is the main concept we have to take in the beginning of the computer.